Hello everybody, this is Darryl at Passing Lane Motors again, and today I want to show you the undercarriage of our 1964 AC Cobra replica. This car is actually a 2004 production car. It is a factory 5 racing performance kit car. The car was built by a company in Mississippi. They did an absolutely outstanding job. It is actually one of the nicest built factory 5 cars that I have ever been able to inspect, and we were able to pick this car up at a great price. This car is a outstanding example of what can be built with one of these factory 5 racing kits. First off, let's tell you a little bit about the car. The car is a 2004 build, and they went to no expense to build this car really well. The car also has a 460 big block with a 4-speed top loader and an 8.8 inch, excuse me, Ford independent rear suspension rear end with I'd have to look, I believe it's 443 gears in here. I'm sorry, that may be correct. I'll have to check on the gears, but it does have a posi in it. So let's get started on the car. First off, one of the really neat things that we've noticed is the car doesn't have any chips in the lower section of it. Everything is beautiful around the mouth here, and if you look inside, the absolute fabulous work that was done with the aluminum. The aluminum was incredibly done in here, all the rivets and everything. Of course, it does have an oil cooler up front, and it does have the add-on quick bumpers on the front here. I'm unable to find any road chips in this car. This car has got an absolutely outstanding paint job on it. It is just extremely beautiful. And we'll move over here. The tires are almost all brand new. This, unlike a lot of the factory 5 cars that we see, this one actually has knockoff wheels. It does have the real knockoffs. These are not the knockoffs of the knockoffs with the lug nuts. These are real knockoff wheels. The car does come with a lead hammer. It also comes with more wire and also the tool to install the safety wire. As we move under the car, let me grab my little light here. Sorry about shaking the camera around. As we move under the car, a few of the factory 5s use a tubular chassis. It has rack and pinion steering in it. Here is the disc brake assembly in the front, which is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the spindles. It's got coil-over shocks that are completely adjustable. This is the back side of the radiator here, where there's a big fan in here. Here's the chrome piece for the steering. If you notice where all the nuts and bolts are in this car, they all look like they're brand new. The car does have 9,000 miles on it. Here's our oil pump up in here. Here's our lower radiator hose, runs to the engine. There's our harmonic balancer, our front gear drive. Of course, the only thing that this car has is an alternator. There's no power steering or power brakes or manual 4-wheel disc independent suspension. But please note the frame on this car, how gorgeous it is. Also, here is the oil pan. I'll lower this down a little bit here so you can see the full oil pan. Up here is the engine block, and just how gorgeous the block is, and the motor mounts. There's the wiring coming to the starter. There's our numbers on the block. And it has been freshly rebuilt. Of course, it has new freeze plugs in it. If you come under the car here, it has all stainless steel or braided brake lines, and of course all the lines in the car are braided. Underneath here is your stainless steel. This is your splitter valve for your brakes. There's your steering box assembly, and here's the other side of the block. which is really, really nice. They did a nice job. It even has a petcock installed for if you ever wanted to drain the water out of the actual inside of the block. Here's our protecting plate, goes over the flywheel. We move back. It does have a true Ford top loader 4-speed in it, which is a monster. Here is the back brakes. Here's the cable assembly for the emergency brakes. Emergency brakes work great. Here is the shift linkage up here for the transmission. You can see inside where the clutch is at. We move back. Here's some of the underneath sheet metal work that they did. What a nice job they did back here. Of course, here's the drive shaft. It's about 12 inches long, not very big. One of the really outstanding features of the car, also not only how clean it is, please look at the frame back here, how it's all been put together. The rear independent suspension is phenomenal with the drive shaft, and here's your disc brakes on the back. Of course, coilover shocks. So you can see just how well this car was put together. They didn't spare any expense. Here's the back side of the frame where the tubular chassis comes to the square part. And here's your rear independent ear A-frame arms for the rear part. And then also, here's the gas tank and the rear of the paint coming down on the back. The same as the front, no chips. The car is in fabulous shape all the way around. What a beautiful car. Really nice tread still on the back tires. And here's the pictures of the knockoff wheels in the back and the inner fenders, how well they did the inner fenders with all of the aluminum sheetwork panels that they put in here. So here's the electric fuel pump back here. So one more time, this is Darrell Passing Lane Motors, 636-600-1140 in Fenton, Missouri. And today we are looking at the undercarriage of our Super Performance 1964 replica. It's a 2004 build, 1964 replica AC Cobra. 460 big block, 4-speed, independent suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes. Thanks so much for looking. Have a great day and God bless. Thanks now.